Welcome to the Chilling Tales of Yuletide, a seasonal anthology podcast experience, bringing to life stories by P Lovecraft, Frederick Manderly, and Louisa Baldwin, adapted by Lana O'Kell. The Festival.
Kingsport Station!
I'm the only one who rises from my seat. The only one who alights at this station. I'm not surprised. Kingsport is an old, small town on the east coast where I suspect no one would ever truly desire to go. I'm only here because of a family duty. I have been called here.
Oh, watch for the steps. The platform's icy.
Thank you.
Looks like it's been snowing heavily in Kingsport. Windy too. You mind your way. Don't want you being blown into the icy sea now.
Thank you.
You here on holiday?
Family tradition.
Family live here then, do they?
Yes, for many centuries, I'm told.
Fancy that. Well, you have a nice night.
It's Yuletide. Men call it Christmas, though they know in their hearts it's older than Bethlehem and Babylon, older than Memphis and mankind. My family have kept festival here in the elder time, when festival was forbidden. They commanded their descendants to keep festival once a century, so that the memory of the primal secrets might not be forgotten. My people are an old people, older than the land and certainly older than its name. But now they're scattered. So few of us, I'm told. So few left that I believe that I'm the only one to come to this lonely fishing town as legend bade.
It's you, isn't it?
What? Who's... Sorry, what? I beg your pardon?
It's you. I've come for you. To take you.
Take me?
Yes.
Oh, to the festival?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Follow me.
Everything that sounded so empowering and mysterious, enticing in the written word of the page now starts to feel unsettling as I follow this mysterious woman. Her dark hair runs down her back, and she doesn't wear a coat despite the cold. I want to describe her features, but I find I can't. Perhaps it's too dark. What kind of town is Kingsport?
An old town.
There's a lot of graveyards.
A lot of gravestones.
Yes, that's what I meant. Is that a church on the hill?
Why would there be a church?
I just looked with the steeple. Is it true they hang some of my ancestors in this town?
Yes. For witchcraft. In 1692. 4 of them.
Ah, I am.
There.
On that tree? On the hill? The willow tree?
Yes.
I didn't know they used willow trees to... I don't know how you see the winding, uneven path in the dark. Especially with all the snow. I can barely see the hand in front of my face.
The stars light the way.
Not enough for me, it seems. There's not a single street lamp, either, or a single light from any of these houses. It's a wonder no one breaks their neck. Why is it so very dark? Why aren't there any lights? Surely the town isn't deserted.
No, it is not.
house she points to has the lights on at least, and above the door is a marker that says 1650. It was so crooked with age the second floor almost bent entirely to meet the first floor, and the entire building towered over so much it joined with the houses opposite, creating a sort of tunnel over the street. Not that there was a street, just snow. Clean, untouched snow.
Come.
Where are our...
Where are our what?
There's no footprints.
No one comes here.
Yes, but we have. Where are... Why haven't we left any footprints? That shouldn't be possible.
Come.
I'm met with a small candlelit room in which sit two people. An old man with a face so bland it's almost as if he isn't bare. A board around his neck tells me he's mute. And there's a woman spinning in the corner, spinning on a spinning wheel. Strange as it is, I cannot for the life of me tell whether she is a young or old. It's almost as if she were both. Hello? Where is he going?
Elsewhere.
The woman's singular answers are beginning to unsettle me, almost as much as the old man's face. I'm glad he's left the room. The more I looked at his face, the more it seemed unreal, as if it was some mask made of wax and not a face at all.
We have books for you to read.
You do?
Sit. They are for you. You must study them a little before the festival, especially the Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon? I thought that book was forbidden.
And why would it be forbidden?
Because it's said to be too monstrous to be allowed in print.
To some people. Read.
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 I no more wish to read of old ones and death magic and evil than I wish to be buried alive. But some fear grips my heart and tells me refusal of the former would result in the latter. And so I read. Ah! What was that?
It was only the wind.
Nothing but the wind.
Perhaps it is reading thoughts and legends in this book too hideous and dreadful for sanity or consciousness, but I feel unconvinced that the noise was only the wind.
You're ready.
The mute man only nods. He is dressed in an antique costume now, as if he were reenacting the tale of Sleepy Hollow. There's a faint smell of must coming off him that makes me feel sick. The longer I linger here, the less at ease I begin to... Ha!
It is time.
Fetch the cloaks. The fourth cloak is for you.
For me?
For the festival.
Oh, I'll put it on when we get there.
No. Now.
My inclination is to refuse, but the mute man with his waxen mask of expressionless face towers over me, and I throw the black velvet about me. To my surprise, as we step out into the street, cowled figures are pouring out of every house, but they are silent. All I can hear is the breathing, them moving, or feel them as abnormally soft elbows and pulpy stomachs jostle me as we walk, converging into one direction. Where are we going?
There.
To the church?
Who told you it was a church?
What are those flames floating above the gravestones?
Death fires.
I begin to ask more, but the woman puts a silent finger to her lips and directs me to this white, steepled building where every cowled figure was oozing through the black doorway.
Come.
No, I'll wait.
Come.
It'd be rude to push in. I'll go last.
Now!
Though I manage to ensure I am the last through this ominous door, I am not able to resist entirely as the spinning woman and the mute man take me by the arms and pull me in beside them. I chance one look back into the moonlit earth beyond and find that once more there are no footprints in the snow. As if we never were. Why is everyone going down there?
For the festival.
In a cellar?
Who told you it was a cellar?
Is that coming from down there?
If you hear it, then you know where it is coming from.
And you know it is for you.
I know nothing of the sort, and yet I find myself making my way down through the trapdoor in the stone floor, regardless, and down the damp stone steps. As we walk in silence for an endless time, and the rocky walls are carved in strange and terrifying images, I wish no forefather had summoned me to this primal rite. I wish I could turn around. I wish my feet would not move forward, and I wish the mute man with the waxen face would not stand so close. What are those rivers?
Streams.
Running so far under the earth. They're black as night.
It is the darkness.
No, it's suddenly. It is a whole world before me. A gathering of toadstools and green flame and dancing and fires that beat the walls and blood-red satins that drape amongst the dancers and players. The black rivers bubble with unseen heat, and something lava-like bubbles out of a hole in the ground. Dancers hold bows of green above them as they move. Some throw damp green moss into the oily streams. It is the Yule rite. older than man, and fated to survive him. The primal rite of the solstice, and of the spring's promise beyond the snows, and the rite of fire and evergreen, light and music. It is a party, yes, but not one I feel at ease with. I feel a chill despite the flames, and those playing instruments seem not quite human. There are no shadows. Why are there no shadows? All the flames, all this light, all these people, and no shadows. Why are there no shadows? Everything casts a shadow.
Does it?
Yes, it...
A flame doesn't cast a shadow.
Well, that's...
It begins.
The mute man stands as if to lead a ceremony, but before I can question how it is he can lead anything without speech, the words are in my head.
Not my own voice, but the mute man's pouring into my brain like vines spreading, invading. A ritual. Save for the music, the cavern is silent. And yet we bow our heads when we are told. We stand and kneel. We raise our arms. We say nothing. But we follow every word. And we bow deeply when he holds the Necronomicon above his head. What's happening now? Is that coming from there? From that hole in the earth? Or is that coming from... Oh my god! The creatures fly out. The unimaginable blackness of the caverns, a horde
Of tame, trained, hybrid winged things that no sound eye could wholly grasp, or sound brain could ever wholly remember.
They were not altogether crows, nor moles, nor buzzards, nor ants, nor vampire bats, but something I can neither identify nor recall. They flop limply along, half with their webbed feet, half with their membranous wings.
Come.
Come where? What? You're riding them. You want me to ride one of those the horrors?
It is time.
Why? Why are you riding them? Where are they all going on them?
It's the wild hunt.
We take flight every solstice.
I thought it was only once a century.
Only the numbers.
What?
Only the new addition to our number is once a century.
Meaning... me?
This time, yes.
What is happening here?
You were told. It's the Yule rite. It's our rite.
I wasn't told anything. I just got a letter telling me to come.
And you came.
Yes, but I wouldn't have... What are those things?
Yours.
Ours. Your families.
But I...
Would you like to meet the first? Would that help you?
The first what?
The first to perform this rite.
But that was centuries ago. More than centuries ago. They can't...
Behind you.
I turn around and find myself standing directly before the mute man. He draws back his hood so I can see his face. His horrible waxen face that I can now see is no true mask. But how I wish it were.
He is the first. The true deputy of all those that came before you. He'd agreed that you should come back.
That you, of all our scattered family, should join us.
The most secret mysteries are still still yet to be performed.
No. I want no part in this nightmare. Let me go. Give me no. Let me go now. I have to leave. I have to.
He jumped in the stream.
His fear overwhelmed him.
The more modern the world becomes, the greater the fear of the old ways grows.
They deny it exists. And so evidence alone is enough to terrify them.
Next century, we'll choose better.
Where am I?
Oh, you're awake. You had a terrible accident.
Accident?
Someone found you half frozen at the harbour, clinging to a piece of driftwood. You must have taken a wrong turn in the dark and fallen off the hill. They found your footprints there, right to the edge. Looked to be alive, really.
Footprints?
Yes, not far from the tram line.
What? There's no tram lines here. There's nothing.
Well, we might be a small town, sure, but we definitely...
No, I mean that it's... Kingsport is like one of those old towns with all the old houses. There's no room for trams or roads or...
No, please don't get out of bed. You need to rest. Please, you'll get me in trouble if you hurt yourself. Look, if you wanted to open the window, I could have done that for you. You didn't need to.
This isn't Kingsport. It can't be. It wasn't like this before.
Well, things look different at night, don't they?
No, it's... Where are we? I mean... We're in Kingsport?
We're on the hill, right next to the old church, actually.
The White Church?
Yeah, that's the one.
No. No.
Calm down. I can...
No, not the church. Not the church. I can't be near the church. No.
The Ghost at the Crossroads.
I'll say one thing. The Sweeneys know how to throw a good Christmas party. That table is groaning with all the food on it.
Who cares for the table's worries? All I care is that everything on it is saying, eat me. Eat me now.
There's nothing better on a cold, wintry, stormy night like this than good food, a warm fire, and good company.
And let's not forget good drink.
Never. Cheers to that.
God, that's good punch.
Are you two gonna sit yourself by the food all night?
I don't see why not.
Christmas Eve is more than just eating and drinking, especially when the Sweeneys have cleared the entire room for dancing.
Look, we've made our choices.
Come on, get yourselves up. Come on now. Up you get. Bring the punch with you if you have to. Come on, have a dance. Both of you, come on. Hey, you're spilling that.
You said we could keep the punch while we danced.
Well, I meant...
What in God's name were that?
A banshee by the sound of it.
Help me, please!
Open the door, quick.
Save me.
My God, he's collapsed. We need to... Andi, what are you doing?
seeing what he needed saving from. Hello? Who's there?
Stop that. You don't know who he's running from. Or what?
There's no one there.
Of course there's not. Shut the door, Andi, before we all die of frostbite. Look at this poor man. Get him in front of the fire.
He's completely unconscious. It's like he's collapsed from fright.
Come on now. Wake up. Come on.
Where?
He's waking up. Here you are, sir, safe and sound. You're in friendly company now. Come on, let's get you to a chair.
Thank you.
What had you in such a state? I couldn't see a soul out there.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Oh, we do, yeah. None of us can deny that, I don't think. For one, there was Mary Doolin, dead and gone 10 years come next February. Decent woman, all told. Her mother married my Carolyn after he buried his first wife, and then married Pet Doolin after my Kit the Bucket. Such a rascal he was. Didn't Mary Doolin, God rest her soul, didn't she meet a ghost at the Crossroads, didn't she?
Yes, she...
The Crossroads, did you say?
Yeah, she...
With a flat milestone, like a gravestone?
The very same one.
Which of you is the landlord here?
Oh, it's not a pub. This is my home. These are all our friends and families and neighbours.
Will you give me a bed? I'll see that you paid for it.
You're welcome to stay, but I don't want your money.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't... God, I don't know.
Someone fetch the man some punch. He's clearly been through it.
Thank you.
Is it a ghost you were running from tonight? Did you see a ghost?
Don't come at him with questions, Queevat. Can't you see the state he's in?
I'm just saying. He's asking about ghosts and Crossroads and it being Christmas Eve and all.
Yes, but I'm sure he doesn't.
It's fine, really. I'm not offended. But I don't really know how to answer.
Who was it that chased you when you came running here, screaming for help?
Something in black.
How did this come to happen? I mean, that is, if you don't mind telling us.
Well, it's all very strange.
Well, what better time for a tale of the strange than Christmas Eve?
And I hardly know how to tell it.
Well, as Andi said, it's a night for stories. And we're all eager to hear it, truth be told.
Come on, everyone. Gather close so our guest doesn't have to shout. I'm sure he's quite exhausted enough.
Well, that is... You're all very close.
All the better to hear you.
I was returning from a friend's house to the B&B where I'm staying. He didn't want me to walk back in this storm and at night, but I've been travelling all day and I wanted an actual bed, not an all too lumpy couch.
Understandable.
There's nothing worse than when you're tired and having to sleep in something other than a bed. Makes you all the more tired.
Exactly. So I set out regardless, but I don't think I need to tell you how bad the weather is tonight. Soon the snow was in my eyes so much it had pretty much blinded me and I ended up wandering off the road and I don't know where I ended up. I was completely turned around and I couldn't see a bloody thing for the dark and the snowfall. I was freezing and I was tired. I could feel my eyes growing heavy. I fought it, but I don't know how long I was walking before I was stumbling more than stepping and I just wanted to go to sleep.
You can't ever give in to that. Not in weather like this. It's lethal.
That's how you end up a frozen body found in the cold air of the morning.
Which is why I cried out for help.
In the middle of nowhere.
Did anyone answer?
The silence in reply was deafening, but all I could think was how I didn't want to die in the middle of the woods or the moor or wherever I was, alone and far away from everyone I love. So I got out my pocket knife and I cut along the palm. Look. It's a wonder I didn't stab all the way through and never to hate myself. You see, it's then that my experience began. I will not die. I will not.
I will save you. I will save you.
Who are you?
One who will save you.
Are you a farmer from around here?
Look and see.
Well, You look a bit well dressed to be a farmer, I suppose, but then even farmers get nights out, don't they?
With a suit of this fine cut, of this expensive material? I think not.
Fair enough. Could you help me get on the right path home?
I will do so with pleasure.
Thank you. He unnerved me at first with this strange air about him and these eyes that bore through me, and the suit of all black, which had not a single snowflake on it, I noticed, and just this oddly musical voice. But he started telling me amusing stories, and before long I felt entirely at ease. And then we got onto the subject of cards.
A game of cards is my greatest pleasure.
I enjoy a game or so myself, especially if I'm winning. This is... Oh. Look, it's the sign for the Crossroads. We must be back on the path already. Well, thank you so much. 1,000 thanks. I might be frozen to death in the middle of nowhere if not for your timely assistance. Well, I suppose this is where we part ways then. How odd. After all this, we may never see each other again.
Oh, we shall surely meet once more, where there shall be neither snow nor frost, wind nor rain.
Thank you again.
Do you really wish to thank me for whatever small service I have been to you?
If it be in my power to do so.
The simplest thing in the world.
What is it?
Do you see this milestone?
I see something.
It is a milestone.
Why are you brushing the snow off it? Is there something written on it that you want me to...
You can thank me by sitting down facing me on this stone and appeasing a craving, a hunger, which tortures me.
Appeasing a hunger? Whoa, what are you doing? Is that a gun? Oh, are you going to shoot me?
It's a pack of cards. I will play you a few games of 45s, £50 a game, before we part.
That's your craving.
This is the first tool with which I worked my own ruin. Since I first had being, I have craved to win for myself all things which belong to others. The spirit of gaming was made part of me. It has grown with me, gained strength with years, until now it is all I live for. I began at an early age, by wagering with another that the darker cloud of two, which went sailing by in the heavens, would disappear before the lighter one. He, with whom I wagered, won. Then, to regain what I had lost, I doubled the amount. I forget the subject of our bet. I lost again. I went on doubling and trebling, losing and winning alternately, until at last I found I was ruined. Then, indeed, I became desperate. Then was my whole mind given to the devising of schemes by which I was to recuperate my losses. I borrowed, I begged, I did everything to secure the necessary means wherewith to gamble. I have since gone on, sometimes living in luxury, sometimes in the most wretched penury, now sipping rich wine, again parching for a draught of clear water, today the guest of princes and lords, tomorrow the companion of filthy mendicants. But why waste time? Why tell you all this? Enough that last night I was lucky. I have money, you confessed a love of cards yourself. Come, we will play.
All right. You know, I was ready to refuse you a moment ago, but now...
Now you find you cannot resist. Come, sit on the milestone, and we'll begin.
You know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to see my cards. It's too dark.
Wait.
How did you light the fire so quickly? Wait. What is it even burning on? I can't see where...
Your hand is dealt.
Oh yeah. I can see my cards now. Yeah, I didn't question the sourceless fire. All I cared about was the cards of playing the game. I actually couldn't think of anything else, not the weather, the cold, not my exhaustion, my desire to go to bed, to get home. Nothing but the game and the promise of winning.
How many games did you play?
More than I can count. I won every single one. I had hundreds of pounds to my name.
You play a shrewd game.
Thank you.
And then?
And then I began to lose. I'm afraid I'll have to end our game here.
The game is still young.
Yes, but my last penny is lost. I've got nothing left.
Then I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm anything but a bad man, so I'll give you the chance of getting your money back.
You will?
I will. What would you say if I were to wager all the money I have here and all I have in my pockets that I will be the victor in 2 games out of 3?
You would be very magnanimous, but I've nothing left to bet with.
You have your word.
What do you mean?
I mean that if you will pledge me your word to serve me hereafter at any time I may chance to call upon you, I will wager my gold against your word. If I lose, the money is yours. All of it. And you may take back your vow, too.
It's a bargain.
Then repeat these words after me. I swear
to
be the servant of this man from this hour until the end of time.
To be the servant of this man from this hour until the end of time.
To renounce all other masters.
To renounce all other masters.
And to serve him faithfully and well in all that he may command.
And to serve him faithfully and well in all that he may command. Deal the cards. The cards were dealt, and the strangest game that ever man played was begun. I won the first hand. He won the second. Then I prepared myself for the last. Victory meant riches and freedom, while defeat meant... I don't even know.
Your hands are trembling. Is it perhaps all hangs on this game?
Well, yeah, Oh, damn it, I've dropped my cards. Right, I think they're by your feet. Let me just get them. Almost. Oh, it can't be. No, it can't. I must be dreaming.
What did you see?
It was a cloven hoof.
A cloven hoof?
The devil himself.
And I'd made a bargain with him for my very soul. And so I ran. Keep going. Keep going. Gotta keep going. No! Please, no!
Pick yourself up. Keep running. Run until you find safe haven, but you made your vow, and did not finish your bet to undo it. And we will meet again, when it is neither snow, nor frost, nor wind, nor rain.
I'm certain you all heard the scream, and I'm almost certain you all think I'm mad.
There's not a soul here that wouldn't tell you how powerful the place of Crossroads is. Nor how all things are possible on Christmas Eve. The veil is thin, you see. Terrible thin. Where all sorts of things slip through and not all of them good. We don't doubt your story, no more than we doubt if Merrily Doolin's right enough. But I will tell you one thing, and I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say this to you now.
Say what?
Only a damn fool would allow himself to be convinced to play a game of cards at midnight on a crossroads on Christmas Eve with a well-dressed stranger in black.
A damned fool.
The Real and the Counterfeit.
What in the hell are you doing?
Well, you're a poor substitute for my usual partners, I'll admit, but it's bad luck not to use the mistletoe.
Whoever said?
I hope dinner's ready and that it's very hot and there's plenty of it. Laura and I traveled on empty stomachs and we've brought them with us.
Wow, this place is absolutely stunning. And it's huge. And all the paintings along the wall.
If you like them, you should see the gallery. It's one of the distinguishing features at Stonecroft. Come with me.
Wow, we knew you were rich, but we didn't know you were "we have a gallery in the West Wing" rich.
It's not the West Wing. This way. It runs the whole length of the house. From here at the more modern end of it, all the way to the back, which is very old and is built on the foundations of a Cistercian monastery which once stood on this spot. This whole gallery is wide enough to fit a car through.
Wow, it's amazing.
Except for the draft.
Yeah, I won't lie, it's a bit drafty. I feel a bit like I'm outside again.
That an ancestor of yours?
Who?
The man in that painting there.
Oh, I think they probably all are in one way or another. I'm sure you can tell from which ones I get my good looks.
And from which ones did you get your modesty?
Howdy-ha. Look, we can look at all the portraits later in the daylight. I want to show you your rooms. I have arranged everything so we're all close together. Both your rooms are opposite mine, and yours opens into Laura's, Billie. Should you feel lonely and nervous during the night being so far away from home, my dear, dear children?
Idiot.
Look, comfortable rooms that open to one another's are all well and good, but where's my food?
Come on, drop your bags in your rooms and we'll have a late night meal. And tomorrow, tomorrow the fun begins.
I can't believe the amount of snow I woke up to this morning.
And in these grounds, all these trees and fields and hedgerows, it's like something out of a painting.
It does mean we can't skate on the lake, though. It'll be covered.
Tobogganing is still on the cards. I could see from my bedroom window 3 slopes that seem just made for it. If we can toboggan, it can snow all day and night for all I care.
Oh, I love that idea. It will be like revisiting your childhood.
Yes, but do you actually have a toboggan? Or anything like that at all?
I'm not sure, but we can work with what we've got.
You know what works? Empty wine cases and some stout sticks to steer with.
Now that I can definitely find.
It's hard work having a bit of fun. Absolutely knackered.
It's the going back up that's the problem. Sliding down's easy enough. It's the walking all the way back up. To hell with that.
And I imagine you're hungry again.
Oh, I'm always hungry. It's the winter weather, the festive season, it all tells me to eat.
I don't remember being this exhausted doing this sort of thing as a kid. And surely it's harder getting up a hill as a kid with the short little legs.
But your energy is so much more then. You run everywhere.
Well, little me might have been able to go for a few hours more, but I'm done. Sun's starting to set anyway.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
No. But I am afraid of not being able to see where I'm going and falling down a hole.
Well, if you do, I'm not helping you up.
Same to you with knobs on.
Come on. We'll make our way back to the house then.
House. She calls that freaking castle a house.
And we'll get something to eat and settle in for the night.
I feel like it's Christmas already.
Why?
We've been out in the snow, we've eaten a big meal, we've got drinks in front of the fire, now we're all sleepy. Feels like Christmas to me.
Well, it's only a couple of days away after all.
Do you have a ghost?
What?
Is there a ghost here?
Oh, yes, an old house isn't complete unless it's haunted. You should have a ghost of your own at Stonecroft.
Oh, we have. It's been here since the very first owners of Stonecroft. It is the desire of my life to see it for myself.
I don't think you'd say that, Mara, if you really believed in ghosts.
I believe in them entirely, but I wish to have my faith confirmed by sight. You believe in them too, then?
I neither believe nor entirely disbelieve in ghosts. I am open to convincing on the subject. Lots of intelligent people believe in them and lots of intelligent people don't. So while they may or may not exist, I refuse to commit to any opinion until I've seen proof either way.
Well, then I'm 1 against 2. Mara frankly declares she believes, and Laura won't declare either way, but says she is open to convincing. But I am a complete unbeliever in the supernatural, every last drop of it. The only things that make people see ghosts are nerves and imagination. If I were to see a ghost this very night, I wouldn't believe it still. Tell me, Mara, is the ghost a woman or a man?
I don't think you deserve to be told.
Besides, as a ghost is dead, it's very much an it. As a corpse is an it.
That's a piece of very definitive information from someone who neither believes or disbelieves in ghosts.
Can't a woman be well informed about a subject she's yet to make her mind upon? I think I'm the only logical mind here. Mara believes even though she's never seen one, and you refuse to believe even if you do see one, which seems not very wise if you ask me. Besides, it's only a matter of patience and time to know for certain whether ghosts exist, because if they do, presumably all eventually become one, and then, if we've nothing better to do, we return to the scene to scare our incredulous and skeptical friends.
Then I'll try to die before you in that case. I'd prefer to scare than be scared. But Mara, come on, do tell me about this Stonecroft ghost. I'm really interested, and I promise I'm all respectful now.
You'd better be. Stonecroft, as I told you, is built on an old Cistercian monastery, destroyed at the time of the Reformation. The old part rests right on its foundations, and the stones used to build it are the very stones that used to be part of the monastery. The ghost is a monk dressed all in a white habit, and people have been seeing him for absolutely centuries. But it's only seen once or twice a generation, which means that hopefully, like a comet, he's due an appearance very soon.
And how do you plan on catching it then?
Oh well, it always appears in the same place, in the gallery, which is why I have my bedroom so close to the spot. I hope that one moonlit night I might open my bedroom door and see the monk standing there before me.
Standing where?
In the gallery, midway between your 2 doors and mine. That's where the last man saw it.
What did he say happened?
He was walking in the dead of night by a heavy door shutting. He ran into the gallery where the noise came from, and there, right in front of what is now my bedroom door, was the white figure of the Cistercian monk. As he watched, the monk glided down the gallery and disappeared into mist at the end wall where the old foundations are.
And he believed he saw a ghost.
Could he doubt the evidence of his senses?
Calm down, Jacob Marley.
You saw the thing as clearly as we see each other now, and it disappeared into the wall.
Sounds more like an old wives' tale than a real account.
I knew you weren't taking it seriously.
I'm sorry, but I can never take a ghost seriously. They might have existed long ago in what was the literal Dark Ages, when rushlights and dip candles couldn't keep the shadows at bay, but in the time of electricity and streetlights, where we've turned night into day, we have literally destroyed the very conditions that produced the ghost. Or the belief in it, anyway. Darkness has always been bad for human nerves. I don't know why.
Well, if that were true, then there'd be no more ghost encounters, would there?
I thought you said you didn't believe.
All I'm saying is your argument isn't as strong as you seem to think it is.
You would think differently, Billie, if you lived here. If you were here all the time and heard the stories and met the people behind them. I only wish I could convince you from my own experience. It's always the weak point in a ghost story, that it's never told in the first person. It's always a friend or a friend of one's friend who saw the ghost, never the person telling the story.
December 22nd. I have decided that Mara will see her ghost. And Laura, too. I think she believes far more than she lets on. It's going to be a full moon at 2 a.m. on the 24th, which will be perfect timing for a ghost sighting. All I need is a white robe of some kind and some makeup to help pass me off as the monk. I'll look about Stonecroft for something, but if I can't find it, I'll make some excuse and go to the shops. There's bound to be something somewhere, and I'm not going to give up on this idea now I have it. They will both be either delighted or terrified at the sight, which regardless will be incredibly entertaining. Perhaps they'll never even know it's me. December 23rd. I managed to find a suitable robe. There's a little gold pattern at the bottom that's not exactly monk-like, but I doubt they'll notice in the dark and amidst all their wonder and panic. I also have the makeup. I'll have a practice with it tonight after everyone has gone to bed. My plan is, on the 24th, to stay awake when everyone has gone to bed and to wait until the moon has risen and is pouring through the gallery. God, let there be no freaking cloud. And then I'm going to slam the door, just like in the story, and hurry to stand in the gallery, my back to the moonlight, waiting for Mara and Laura to wake up and see me. I'm going to write down right now that my bet is that Mara won't be anywhere near as delighted as she claims she'd be. In fact, I'm going to bet they'll both be terrified. They'll run back into their rooms, and that's when I'll run back into mine. Getting the robe off should be easy, but I'd best practice getting the makeup off quickly, too. Either way, at the end of this, one more ghost story will be added into the circulation.
What have you been up to, Billie?
What do you mean?
This past day or so, we've hardly seen you. I was half surprised when you turned up in time for dinner tonight and didn't leave within the hour.
We were starting to think you'd gone off and found yourself some new friends.
You wouldn't have had to travel far to find me. I was just having a walk on the top road.
My God, you must be ill. Imagine preferring taking a walk on the road instead of tobogganing with us.
At least we can always trust her to come back for food with her winter hibernation habits. I think Billie is secretly a bear. Oi! Don't throw food! The current caught me right in the eye. Ow.
Oh, by the way, I came across the old man's diary in the library.
The man who saw the ghost.
Who claims he saw.
It has his whole first-hand account of seeing the ghost written in it. You can read it, Laura, but I'm not going to have it wasted on a non-believer like Billie.
Thank you. Wow, it's 50 years to the actual day. Since the night he saw it. How uncanny.
Well, of course it was Christmas Eve. People are always seeing ghosts on Christmas Eve.
I'm reading.
Well, what does he say?
I think Mara's right, and it shouldn't be wasted on you. You'll only mock the old man.
Well, on that offensive note, it's getting late, so I think I'll go to bed.
No, I'm quite tired myself. And besides, Father Christmas doesn't come if you're awake.
Oh, you believe in him as well, do you?
How dreadfully dull the world must be to you.
Because I don't believe in Santa?
Because you don't believe in anything. You're entirely absent of whimsy.
Absent of whimsy?
I think you never left anything out for Father Christmas, even when you were a child.
And you never clap for Tinkerbell.
This has turned into quite the nighttime character assassination. It's a relief we're at my bedroom door so I can escape these attacks. If the boogeyman is under either of your beds, please don't bother to wake me.
I doubt I'd know if there were. All this time outside is making me sleep like the dead each night. I'll see you in the morning, Laura.
See you in the morning.
December 24th. It's almost time. I have the robe, which looks perfect, and I think I've done a damn good job with the makeup. From afar, I think I could be quite terrifying. I've also stuffed my clothes underneath with some pillows so I can look a bit portly, shall we say? Like an actual monk. The only difficulty has been staying awake for the past few hours, because if I even take the smallest nap, I know I won't wake up till morning. So I must... This weird misty light is making me all nervous. Which, I have to add, exactly proves my point that ghosts are nothing but the product of nerves in the darkness. Everything looks so different at this hour, with no lights, no noise. There's no cheer, and the moonlight is oddly unsettling. At any rate, at least I know it'll help give Mara and Laura a good scare, and make them believe their eyes all the more. I think it's almost time. I'll write their reactions here when I come back. If I wait till morning, sleep will have made me forget, and I so want to remember this. Now to slam it. Whoops, don't get my robe caught. Damn it, how could they have not heard that door slam? Freaking sleeping like the dead. Ugh. Huh. I never knew there was a mirror at the end of this gallery. I wouldn't have thought it was bright enough for me to see my own reflection so far away. But then white does stand out. Wait, is the reflection moving? It's freaking Mara, dressed up to give me a fright, and Laura's helping her. No wonder they didn't come out of their rooms. Ugh, typical, you stole my joke. Come on then, my counterfeit boogie. We'll see which one of us is frightened first. Mara? How are you managing to keep your feet off the floor? No, it can't be. No!
What is all that noise?
Billie? What? Oh my god, it's the monk!
But there's two of them. I don't...
Get back! It's moving this way, don't let it touch you.
My god, the other one's Billie. Billie, move!
It's going to go right through you, move!
No, I can't. It's not... No!
Billie! It must have been a dreadful sensation to make her collapse. I've never seen Billie so frightened.
It passed right through her.
Come on, Billie, up you getting. Billie?
What is it?
She didn't collapse. Her eyes are... they're open under the cowl, look.
No.
It killed her. She's dead.
Thank you for listening to The Chilling Tales of Yuletide by A Fish in the Sea Productions, featuring the voice talents of Alisa Bologna, Carolyn Carothers, Joshua Chadwick, Claire Gaskell, Noah Gill, Francesca Izzo, Rebecca Jowett, Cathy Kutz, Tom Martin, Lana O'Kell, and Samuel Vsetula.